All right, you guys, this is the last video I'm making you as far as math work goes for this school year. You guys have done so incredible. I'm so proud of you. I've been communicating with your teachers at your home schools to let them know how proud I am of you guys. Y'all have just rocked this course, and I know y'all are going to continue to do well throughout middle school and on into high school. So hopefully I'll get to work with you guys again in the future. All right, so let's finish this up, our last videoed lesson. All right, so the question is this proportional? So in order to graph the coordinate, this equation on coordinate plane, we can plug in some values for x and see what the value of y is. So if x is -2, 5 times -2, 5 times -2 is -10. What if x were -1? 5 times -1 is -5. What if x were 0? 5 times 0 is 0. What if x were 1? 5 times 1 is 5. And if x were 2, y would be 10. All right, so some of these are too large. The numbers are too large to graph, like we don't have a -10 on our graph, but we can graph the second ordered pair. So this tells me to go left 1, and the second number tells me to go down 5. So from the origin, I'm going to go down 1, left 1, down 5. I said that backwards. All right, then I can graph this ordered pair, 0, 0. I can graph 1, go right 1 up 5. And then once again, we don't have a +10. So this is the number of dots, and I'm going to fail. Oh my gosh. Okay, just pretend I have a ruler, and that's a very straight line. Obviously, I'm so bad at this, writing with this pen and slate. But anyway, is this proportional? Yes, it is. It is kind of supposed to be a straight line, and it goes through 0, 0. So it is, this equation is a proportional relationship. It represents a proportional relationship. All right, what about the next one? So if we plug in -2 for x, so 4 times -2 plus 2. 4 times -2 is -8, and -8 plus 2 is -6. All right, what if x were -1? 4 times -1 plus 2. So I have 4 times -1 is -4. -4 plus 2 is -2. What if x were 0? Well, anything times 0 is 0, and 0 plus 2 is 2. If x is 1, 4 times 1 is 4, and 4 plus 2 is 6. And then we can multiply. 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 plus 2 is 10. All right, so I'm going to rearrange this, see if I can, do my graph a little better this time. All right, so the first ordered pair tells me to go left 2, down 6. So from the origin, left 2, down 6, make a line, or a dot, excuse me. And then the next one tells me to go left 1, down 2. From the origin, go left 1, down 2. This tells me to don't go right or left, but go up 2. Don't go right or left, go up 2. And then this tells me to go +1, so right 1 up 6. And I can't graph the last one, but let's see. Oh no, it's gonna be just as bad, you guys. Oh, that's terrible, Miss Richardson. All right, so pretend that's a straight line anyway. And does it go through 0, 0? No, it doesn't. It goes through 0, 2. So is this a proportional relationship? Does this represent a proportional relationship? The answer is no. It is a straight line, supposedly, but it does not go through 0, 0. All right, so you guys pause and let me you guys work on this for a second. Oops, I thought I changed the screen. Yeah. You guys do this one and determine whether it is a proportional relationship. All right, what'd you guys figure out? It is proportional, right? You should have got 4 here, you should have got 2 here, 0 here, -2 and -4. That would be a straight line that goes through the origin, right? And you make that straight line. So yes, does this represent a proportional relationship? The answer is yes. All right, Julia makes $3 per hour babysitting her little sister. Make a table then graph the function. All right, if she makes $3 per hour, if our input is number of hours and our output is how much Julia makes, what if Julia works 0 hours? How much money would she make? She'd make $0. What if she made 1 hour? So basically our equation would be her cost, or how much she makes, is equal to 3 times the number of hours. So what if X were 1? What if she worked 1 hour? She'd make $3. 2 hours, she'd make $6. In 3 hours, she would make 9. So if we graph this, our X coordinate, or our horizontal coordinate, is going to be number of hours. And our Y axis is going to be how much she makes, Julia's income. Income. I'll just pretend that clearly says income. All right, so 0, 0, 1 hour, $3, 2 hours, $6, 3 hours, $9. So if we connected those dots, it would be straight. It'd go through 0, 0. That is proportional. It's a proportional relationship. All right, fill out the chart based on the information from the graph. All right, so according to this graph, when X is 0, Y is 0. The X-axis, so our X-axis, we go right on the X-axis 1, and then we would go up what? It looks about 2.5, but let's check the next one just in case. So if X is 2, Y is definitely 5, correct? So it looked like 2.5. If I divide 5 by 2, I do get 2.5. So this is going to be, when X is 1, Y is 2.5. So write an equation using our unit rate, or our constant of proportionality. When X is 1, the Y value is our constant of proportionality. So 2.5 times X. And that's true because we know when X is 2, 2.5 times 2 is definitely going to be 5, right? And 0 times 2.5 is also 0. So what is the constant of proportionality? The answer is 2.5. All right, fill out the T-chart based on the information from the graph. So once again, it looks like when X is 0, Y is 0. When X is 1, Y is 3. When X is 2, Y is 6. When X is 3, Y is 9. If X is -2, Y is -6 and -3. All right, so what is our unit rate when X is 1? What is the value of Y? Well, it's 3. So our equation is Y equals 3X. Now that only works when we have this ordered pair, 0, 0, when it's a proportional relationship. Whatever 1 is, when X is 1, the Y value is our constant of proportionality, which in this situation is 3. All right. All right, you guys try this one on your own, please. All right, so we have 0, 0. And then it says when X is all the way over here, 6, Y is 1. So we don't know what Y is when X is 1, but we can always find the constant of proportionality by dividing Y by X. So if I put Y over X, my equation is 1/6 X. Okay, what is the constant of proportionality? It's 1/6. It's not 6, it's what Y is when X is 1. Okay, so when X is 1, Y would be 1/6. So that one was a little bit more complicated. All right, graph the points and determine if it's proportional. If it is, find the constant of proportionality. All right, so if x is -2, go left 2 and up 5. And then we're going to go right 2 down 5. From the origin, we're going to go right 2 down 5. So, goodness. Already messed that up. It's not going to work, you guys. See, I can't even force myself to do this. Wait, let me erase that. Oops. All right, try it one more time. Concentrate, concentrate. I wish I had a ruler on the computer. Oh my goodness. See, it's this crazy pen, you guys. But anyway, so obviously if I don't draw a straight line, it's hard to tell. But remember, to find the constant of proportionality, we can always divide y by x. And half of 5 is -2.5. So the constant of proportionality is -2.5, because this would go through 0, 0 if I could draw a perfectly straight line. All right, so the constant of proportionality on the first one is -2.5. Let's try the second one. I'm going to erase all this stuff. All right, let's try the next one. So we're going to graph -2, 7. Well, that would be way up here somewhere. 5, 6, 7. About right there. About right here. All right, and then -1, 4. And then a 1, -2. All right, so it's going to be almost impossible for me to tell if this is proportional, because it looks like it would be. I'm guessing it would be. So let's see what would happen if we divide y by x. Do we get the same answer every time? So 7 divided by -2 would be -3.5, right? What if I divide 4 by -1? I get -4. And what if I divide -2 by 1? I get -2. So all these numbers are different. So it looks like it'd be close to proportional, but of course I didn't draw a completely straight line, so I assumed that would go through 0, 0, but it wouldn't. It is not proportional. These 3 points would not create a proportional relationship, because when I divide y by x, I get different numbers each time. So that one would be a no. All right, we're moving on to how to find the percent of a number. So you guys need to write this down, this formula right here. The way we're going to find percent of a number is we're going to write the word is over of and set that equal to percent over 100. And if you'll remember this proportion, you'll be able to do all different types of problems where it asks you to find percents of numbers. Now the is also, we can refer to the is part of our equation as the part over the of represents the whole. So if you ate part of a whole pizza, if the whole pizza was divided into 6 pieces and you ate 2 slices out of 6, you ate part of the pizza out of the whole pizza, right? 2 out of 6. Or in other words, you would eat a third of it, 1/3 of the pizza. All right, so let's look at this first problem here. It says, translate this sentence to a proportion. So 56% of 46 is what number? All right, well, this proportion tells you exactly where everything goes. The percentage always goes over 100, because that's literally what a percentage is. It's a number compared to 100. And then the is what's missing. Is what number? I don't know, but I do know my whole is 46. Okay, so once you write out the proportion, all you have to do is cross multiply. So 100 times x is 100x. And then we're going to multiply this way. 46 times 56 is 2,576. And then to solve for x, we're going to divide both sides by 100. So x is 25.76. Okay, that's the answer. 56% of 46 is 25.76. All right, and if we want to double check ourselves, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and divide 25.76 by 46. 25.76 divided by 46 is 0.56, and 0.56 turn into a decimal would be 56%. Okay, so see how that formula helped us? All right, so just like how I marked it up, it's going to show you here on the screen as well. The percent always goes over 100, of goes on the bottom, and is what's missing. And so that's how you would set that one up like we did. All right, look at number 2. So number 2 says, what percent of 69 is 153? So we're going to use our formula up here. This time our percent is missing. What percent? I don't know what percent. Percents always go over 100. And then this is our is and our of. Now, most of the time, this bottom number is going to be the bigger number. However, if you notice, don't make that assumption, because in this situation, it's not going to be the biggest number. So this is our whole, and these are our parts. But if you'll use that formula, it tells you exactly where to put all those numbers, okay? So obviously, we're going to get an answer bigger than 100%, right? So if we cross multiply, we have 69 times x, which is 69x equals 153 times 100 is 15,300. And then to solve, we're going to divide both sides by 69. And if we divide that by 69, we get 221.7%. It's a big percent because our part is bigger than our whole. All righty, and they do the same thing. What percent? That's what's missing. Of 69 goes on the bottom is 153. There we go. All right, I want you guys to try number 3. Oh, it's going to do it for us anyway. All right, but you guys try number 3. Pause the video and you guys try setting it up, please. All right, so on this one, hopefully you put your 25% over 100. The of 60 goes on the bottom. Yep, and we're missing our x this time. So to solve it, you're going to cross multiply 100x equals, and then 60 times 25 is 1500. Divide both sides by 100, and your answer is x equals 15. And then if you want to check it, you can always say 15 divided by 60 in your calculator will get 0.25. And 0.25 as a decimal is 25%. All right, I want you guys to set up number 4. So 5.1 is our percent. It goes over 100 of 400. Our of goes on the bottom, and our x is the is part of our formula. So we're going to cross multiply. We get 100x equals 400 times 5.1 is 2040. And then when we divide both sides by 100, we get 20.4. All right, you guys try this one. This time our percent is missing. So our percent, yep, that's our variable. Of 1800 goes on the bottom. 36 is our is. We're going to cross multiply 1800 times x. We divide both sides by 1800, and the answer is 2%. 2%. You guys try number 6, please. All right, our is 320. We're missing our percent. What percent it says? The of is 4. once again, our whole is much smaller than our part. So our answer is going to be much bigger than 100. Just use the formula. It tells you exactly what to do. So we're going to cross multiply 4x equals 32,000. We divide both sides by 4. We get 8,000%. That's a big number, right? All right, you guys set this one up, please. Number 7. Our 12 is our is. 80%. Percents always go over 100. Of what number is our x? So we cross multiply. 12 times 100 is 1,200. We're going to divide both sides by 80, and the answer is 15. All right, try number 8. All right, there's our percentage. 66 2/3 is a percent. It's got to go over 100. Find the number so that this number of it is 12, is 12. So our is goes on the top, and we're missing our of. That one's worded a little different, but you still find 12 next to the word is. So we're going to cross multiply. 12 times 100 is 1,200. We divide both sides by 66 2/3. Use that fraction button, please. Don't ever try to divide by a non-terminating decimal. Use your fraction button on your calculator. All right, here are 3 for you guys to try on your own. And send me your answers, and I want to check them. Numbers 1, 2, and 3, send them to me. All right, number 4, the sale price of a bicycle is $112. This is 75% of the original price, of the whole price. This is the whole price. The original price will be the whole price. Buying the original price. So we don't know the original price. We don't know the whole price, but we know the sales price or part of the whole price is $120. And that is 75%. So 75 is our percentage. So we're going to cross multiply 75 times x. 120 times 100. We're going to add 2 more zeros, which is 12,000. And then we're going to divide both sides by 75. So 12,000 divided by 75 is 160. The original price was 160. So they took 25% off that price, and we paid 75%. All right, so for sales tax, when you go to the cash register in the United States, whatever the price tag of an item says, you pay more than that, right? Because all of us have to pay sales tax. All right, so the first thing I want to remind you is how to change a percent to a decimal. So 50%, the decimal would be sitting at the end right there. To go back to a decimal, you're going to move that decimal 2 places to the left. So 50% is equal to 0.5 or 0.5 or 0.50. These are all equivalent, okay? Now 5% is much smaller than 50%. So think about 5%, our decimal sitting there. We're going to move our decimal 2 places to the left. So that's going to be 0.05 or 0.05. So these are not the same number. 50% and 5% are not the same number. Okay. All right. So anytime you have a percent, to move it to a decimal, change it to a decimal, you move that decimal left 2 places, 1, 2, and we get 0.23. So anytime you see a percent, to change it to a decimal, no matter where it is in the original problem. If you don't see it, obviously it's sitting to the right of the number. But if you see it, you're still moving that decimal to the left 2 places, 1, 2, and this becomes 0.049. What do we do to make the change? Move the decimal 2 places to the left. Okay. So another thing you need to know when you're dealing with money is that you always want to round money to the nearest penny, right? So even though numbers can go on and on and on forever to the thousandths, 10 thousandths, 100 thousandths place, when we're dealing with money, we round to the nearest penny. Well, the penny is in the hundredths. place, hundredths. So we have tenths, hundredths. So if this was money, we're always rounded to the hundredths. The first zero is in the tenths. This one's in the hundredths. So in order to round, you always look to the number to the right of the place you want to round to. If the number to the right of it is 0 through 4, the number stays the same. If it's 5 through 9, you move it up, move up 1. Okay, so this 6 is above a 5, so we're going to round a 0 up 1 to a 1. So you would say this money is equal to $1.01. $1.01. What about this? What would this money be? Well, we're rounding to the hundredths place. This number to the right of it is below 5, so it stays the same. This would be 34 cents. What about this? We're going to round in this 9. Well, this 9 turns this 9 into a 10. Well, obviously, I can't write a 10. I have to write a 0, plus I have to carry the 1. So 2.5999 would round to $2.60. Okay, $2.60. What about this one? Well, I'm rounding to the hundredths. The place to the right of it, the number to the right of it is above 5. So I'm going to round this to $5.67. What would this round to? Well, this 2 makes the 7 stay the same. That's what it says, stay the same. So we're going to leave it as a 7 to 67 cents. All right, so let's look at this situation. It says a tax is a charge, usually a percent, almost always, generally imposed by the government. If the sales tax is 7%, find the tax on a sale of $9.49. So the first thing we're going to do is turn our percent into a decimal and multiply. So 7%, our decimal would be sitting to the right of 7. We're going to move it up 2 places. We're going to move it up 2 places. So 7% is equal to 0.07. It says turn that percent into a decimal, and then we're going to multiply it by the price. So I got that in the wrong spot, but $9.49 times 0.07 is, my calculator says 0.6643. Well, I got to round to the nearest penny. So that 4 would keep the 6 a 6. So I would add 66 cents to the price, $9.49. Oh, my mouse is going crazy. All right, so they agree with me. The tax is 66 cents. All right, so it says try this. Find the sales tax amount on each of these. So I want you guys to multiply 10.25 by 0.06 and tell me the sales tax. What would you multiply the next one by? 0.085. And what would you multiply number 3 by, this price by? It'd be 0.11. All right, and you guys send me those sales tax amounts. All right, you want to buy a pair of jeans at the mall for $26. The sales tax is 7%, which is equal to 0.07. The question is, what is the total price, including the sales tax? All right, so on the previous screen, I just wanted to know the sales tax amount. This one, I want to know the entire price. So think about it this way. If $26 is 100% of the price, and they're going to charge you an additional 7% for sales tax, really what we're paying is 107% of 26, right? We're going to find 107% of 26, and we get to skip a part of finding the sales tax separately and then adding it to the total. So That's what this says. $26 is 100% of the price plus 7% for sales tax, includes or is a total of 107% of the price. So to go straight from the original price to the total price, including sales tax, you would multiply $26 by 1.07. And the total price is $27.82. So let's look at example 1. You're going to buy a pair of pants for $25.99. The sales tax where you live is 7%. What would be the total cost of the pair of pants? Okay, so now if it asks what is the sales tax amount, we would turn just this into 0.07 and multiply by the original price to find just the sales tax. But since this is asking for total price, we're just going to go straight to skipping the part where we get to find the sales tax separately. What percent of the original price will I pay? I'm going to pay 100% plus 7%. I'm going to find 107% of the original price. Next situation, Javier wants to buy a new television, which is priced at $319.99. He must pay 7.5% sales tax. What percent of the price will he pay at the cash register? He'll pay 100% plus 7.5%, which is 107.5% of the original price. So then it asks, what is the total price? So now we're going to turn that 107.5 into a decimal, 1.075, because we move our decimal 2 places to the left, and we're going to multiply by the original price. So I got 319.99 times 1.075, and the answer is 343,989. Is that correct? Is that rounded to the nearest penny? No, not quite. We got to change that 8. That 9 makes that 8 go. It makes it go up 1 to 99 cents. That's the full price, including sales tax. All right, Ginger wants to buy a new backpack, which is priced at $72. She is going to pay 9% sales tax. What percent of the price will she pay at the cash register? She'll pay 100% plus 9%, which is 109%. So now we want to find the total price. We're going to turn 109 into a decimal, which is 1.09, and we're going to multiply that by $72. And our total is $78.48, according to my calculator. All right, what about the next one? You are going to buy a pair of sunglasses for $12.99. The sales tax where you live is 9.2%. What percent of the original price will we pay? We'll pay 100 plus 9.2. We'll pay 109.2%. And then you guys find the total cost of the sunglasses. You're going to multiply 1.092 times the price, 12.99, and let me know what you guys get. You are going to buy 7 pairs of socks for $5.99 each. The sales tax where you live is 5%. What will be the total cost of the socks? Well, you're going to buy 7 pairs at $5.99 each. So 5.99 times 7 is $41.93. You're going to turn this into, okay. So before sales tax, now this is 100% of the cost of the socks. Plus we're going to pay 5% for sales tax, which is 105%. So now we're going to turn 105 into a decimal, which is 1.05. We're going to multiply. And you guys, hopefully you got $44.03. All right, you guys try number 3 and let me know what you get. We often have to add or subtract percentages to find the total cost. Examples of percents that add to the cost would be tip. When you go to a restaurant, you get your bill and you have a waiter or waitress, you have to tip them. So you have to add to the cost of your meal. Tax, like we were just doing, if you had to find the sales tax separately, you would add that sales tax to the original amount. Interest and markups. So those are going to make your total price bigger, your original price bigger. If you are going to subtract prices from the original price, that would be situations like if a store offers a discount, you have a coupon. If something is on sale, or if the store tells you that you have a markdown, which is kind of a sale also. All right, so a movie ticket is generally or regularly priced at $9.50. Every Tuesday, the movie theater offers 20% off discount. If you use this discount, what is the sale price of the movie ticket? All right, there's two things you could do. You could find 20% of $9.50 and subtract your total off the original. Okay, so let's do that part first. So the sale price is going to be the original price minus the discount. So let's find the discount first. We can find 20% of $9.50 by setting up our proportion this way. 20% goes over 100. We don't know the sale price. We know the whole price. So we could set it up this way. We could also just multiply 950 times 0.2, and we'd also get $1.90. Now remember, that's how much they're taking off the original price. So then we'd have to subtract away the discount from the regular price to find the sale price. So we would subtract $9.50 minus $1.90, and that would tell us the sale price is $7.60. Now there's another way you can think about this. All right, you can also think of the discount this way. If they have $9.50 is 100% of the original price, and they're going to take 20% off. 20% off of 100% is 80%. So if they take 20% off the original price, I am going to pay 80% of the original price. And if we want to know what is 80% of 9.5, we're going to multiply 9.5 times 0.8, and we're going to get in one step the same sale price as we did on the last situation, doing it in two steps. So it says if a store has a 40% off sale, how much of the original price of an item would I pay? Well, original price is 100% minus 40%, which means I'm going to pay 60% of the original cost. So basically, you're always going to subtract the sale percentage from 100%. If I bought a new pair of boots and the original price was $110, what would be the sale price of the boots? Well, the whole price is $110. I don't know the sale price, but I do know that that sale price is 80% of the first 100% of the price. So I would cross multiply. I do 100 times X, and then I would do 110 times 80, and I'd get 8,800. When I divide by 100, I get $88. If a store has a clearance on the boots and the sale price is 40% of the original price, what would be the price? So this says 40% off the original price. So I subtract that off of 100%. But if it says 40% of the original price, so now 40 is my of, or I'm not subtracting away 40% to find 60%. Oh, I did 80% right here. I should have done 60%. Whoopsie. So that should be times 60. That would be 60. Oops, I have the wrong answer here. This should be 66. I don't know why I did 20 or 80. I should have done 60%. Anyway, so if it's 40% of the original price, so we're not subtracting from 100. We're just simply finding 40% of the original price of 110. Okay, so we would cross multiply, we get 100x, and 110 times 40 would be 4,400. Then I divide by 100. And that clearance price is going to be much lower. It's going to be $44. Okay, so that's the difference in of and off. All right, when you go to a restaurant, you have to pay your server a tip. So a low tip would be 10%. That means you're very unsatisfied with your service. They were distracted. You sat there with empty drink glasses. So you still have to tip them, but 10% is considered a really bad tip. Okay, that means you're very unhappy. 15% is a fair service. They did pretty good, you know, they didn't go over the top. If you have really good service, you're very pleased with your waiter or waitress, you can tip them 18%, or if you really had an outstanding server, 20% is probably what you need to leave them. All right, so it says if your family ate at Red Lobster and the bill was $75.20, the server provided good service. So good service means we're going to tip them 18%. So now it asks, what would the total of your bill be if you had to pay for your meal plus 6% sales tax, and finally your tip, because you are supposed to tip on sales tax also. So we're going to find first our sales tax is 6%. So we want to go ahead and find 100% of the meal plus 6% is 106% for the meal with a sales tax. So we're going to multiply 7520 times 1.06 first. $79.71. Okay, now we need to find the total with the tip. So now this is 100% of our price. Plus we're going to pay 18% more. So now we're going to pay 118% of $79.71. And our total with tip and sales tax would be $94.06. So that adds a lot, guys. That adds a lot to a meal after you pay sales tax and tip. So just remember that when you start going out to eat on your own, when you start making your own money, you do have to pay sales tax and you have to leave a tip. All right, you guys, I'm going to stop it right there. There was one extra slide, but I think you guys understand what's going on. So we'll just stop it right there. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and I will see you guys later.